You're listening to the My Little Pony Brotherhood of Bronies podcast.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you may be. This is the My Little Pony Brotherhood of Bronies podcast. Oh yeah! I am your ever faithful host, Flameburst, and with me are the usual suspects:
Kiki,
Grim,
Doom,
Canadian.
We got a pretty good show lined up for you today. Going to be talking about, obviously, finale. We're going to be talking about Applejack. We're going to talk about Applejack's first exclusive episode, you call it, Applebuck season. We're going to talk about a song that Kiki wants to stay hidden, and a couple random fanfic videos and a fan fiction. So, yeah. So, we're going to kick this off with comments. So, start with the comments on the YouTube video first. Again, we apologize for the late upload.
And the stereo.
And the
Yeah.
stereo. That's, yeah. That was Cotton's computer. Her computer records in.
Just throw her under the bus.
Yep,
that was all.
Comments on the YouTube video. Hazabaloo from Jurgana 90 or Dr. Iguana 95.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know. Iggy, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, is that Comic Sans
Yeah.
from Dobromu? I don't know.
Wait, hold the bus. There was Comic Sans?
I think for the for just the little default.
That is shameful, dude.
I don't know if it is or not. It's just
It's shameful.
This
Let me
is
just put
this
it
is a
this way.
professional podcast. This is not a lemonade stand.
what if Comic Sans is just rejected as a troll?
No, it's rejected for a reason, because it's shitty.
It's ridiculous.
I don't think it is Comic Sans, but whatever.
Anyway, so there's not a lot of comments on the YouTube just because we're recording this almost like 3-4 days after we uploaded it. So
Yeah.
But we got some comments on the iBrony pages.
Oh wait, I had one more from Gothical Phase again.
Oh, okay.
They're turning out to be one of our top commenters. So realize I never commented on the comment I left that was discussed, but that was me, Don Candy from iBrony. And they said earlier that they weren't finished with it, but it was awesome already. So they really enjoyed it.
So now on the onto the iBrony webpage, Sour Lemonade, who I just found out is Fur Group. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, he writes, "Dear God," or "Dear Celestia, it's in stereo." But anyhow, I really like this episode. The random facts that you all kept throwing out there were really keeping his interest. And he can imagine that the audio editing gets to be a pain, but he's happy. You know, he's proud of what we do. So yeah, and that's pretty much it from about the actual episode. But we have a few good ones on the actual like page of Brotherhood of Bronies. And Pinkamina Diane Pie writes, "Just wanted to say I love you guys and all your hard work. Keep it up." And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. So, like I said, there's like no comments because we uploaded this and now we're recording it like 5 days after.
Yeah. Well, here, why don't we read this? We asked a question, and here, let's read some of the comments from the question we asked. It's if John Delancey couldn't play Discord, who would you want to play him? Can be any celebrity, dead or alive. Snowblind said Morgan Freeman.
That would be great.
That would be interesting.
Loney Hartman said Michael Jackson.
I don't see it.
Heath Ledger was also recommended by Lonely, but then Michael Jackson as Chrysalis.
Oh,
There are other suggestions, so there you go.
that would be interesting.
So yeah, so we'll throw some more polls and stuff out there on the page and read them off here to kind of fill up the comments for future episodes. So remember, you can send us questions, can be about the show, can be about us, can be about the meaning of life, whatever you want. Just post them on our iBrony page or email them to us at brotherhoodofbronies@gmail.com.
I don't know if you should send us questions about the meaning of life, though, because you might actually turn the podcast into a gigantic existential debate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I see that happening.
we all know
About-
the answer to. We all know the meaning of life. The answer to everything. 42.
Twilight
That's
Sparkle.
true.
42.
Twilight-
And then Twilight Sparkle, who is number 42 in the race, and therefore friendship is the meaning to everything in the universe.
I knew it.
Yeah. So there you go. All right. Now, from the comments, we'll move on to the news. Obviously, the biggest news on everybody's mind that we're probably some people are still buzzing about was the Royal Wedding / season finale. All I gotta say is I went into it expecting a bunch of girly drama and stuff, and I got one of the most epic hours of cartooning I have ever had in my life.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
I honestly love the thing from beginning to end.
It was,
And like 3 songs, hell yeah.
yeah, and they were all great too.
Beautifully done.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
For
I was sleep deprived when I watched it, so I don't know if that really affects my my perspective here. But I remember loving it to death.
I always cry at weddings.
My mother actually did cry when she watched
Did
that
she really?
episode.
Aww.
Yes.
That is awesome.
I'm picking up an echo.
Yeah, from somebody.
Yeah,
I think that was just
Alec,
okay,
you're like yelling into.
Oh,
Is anybody else think he's like yelling into the mic?
It's either
I thought that
really
was just his
close.
voice.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I guess not.
I have a loud voice, so whatever. All right. Any particular favorite parts? I know mine was the fight scene between them and the changelings, and all the little jokes that spawned out of that.
That was pretty cool.
The changelings are the best.
The changelings are. I like the Pinkie Pie one.
I think Love is in just the Love is in Bloom song. Just the ending sequence was probably my favorite. You bring in DJ Pone 3, you get to see her eyes, and people are still debating about what color it is.
Yeah.
It's just like it's like, and when Twilight says now that was a great wedding, I kind of felt like she meant now that was a great season of My Little Pony. So
That's true.
I
Yeah.
think my favorite part of that episode was actually when they revealed Queen Chrysalis there, the queen of the changelings. Changelings are my new favorite anything. I love them.
she
She's a goddamn succubus! Succubus trying to take my baby!
That's an in joke from a YouTube video, so
yeah.
Right.
We'll probably
We'll
put
throw it
It's
up there.
like-
let's link dump that one, huh?
Yeah, we'll link dump it. Don't worry.
All right. I think that my favorite part from the episode is definitely when Pinkie Pie sneezed confetti.
Oh, that was amazing.
That was amazing. It just
My sneezes are confetti. Your argument is invalid.
I love that she fights with the party cannon.
I know,
Yes.
that's amazing. I love
And
that
then-
throwback. It's
And then
awesome.
Fluttershy, Grim. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh yeah.
Weaponized.
Weaponized
Adorableness,
adorableness.
weaponized.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, okay, so not only does she have a
Twilight cannon.
cannon, but then the Twilight cannon, yeah. This gun costs
Yeah,
quarter.
Twilight Gatling gun.
It's to fire
Yeah.
12 seconds. Twilight is now canon.
Uh-huh.
Zing.
I see what you did there.
I like the meme that everyone had when when Pinkie Pie pulls up DJ at the very end there. It says I keep DJ stashed all over around Equestria in case of a DJ emergency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
All I know is that I want Love is in Bloom played at my wedding.
I want to play it at my wedding.
I want it played at my wedding.
Well, I
I
said
don't want
first.
shit put in my way.
I want Big Brother Best Friend Forever played at my wedding now.
Kind of odd.
Do you even
I don't
have a brother?
I don't even have a bigger brother.
He's much smaller than I am.
All right. So we'll wrap up that news point here real quick. Unless anybody has anything else they want to say real quick.
No, if you
Go-
haven't seen
go
it, go
watch
watch it right now.
But where can we go watch it, Grim? You know,
What?
because that's right.
Yay.
Season 2 is now on Netflix as well. So if you want to catch any of your favorite Pony episodes and you have a subscription, Netflix has it. They even had a post about it on their Facebook page saying it's yeah, we know this show is for little girls, but we also know you all still watch it. Something to that effect. So
Yeah.
So what else? On to some iBrony news. So for those of you who are more musically inclined, you've obviously noticed we've been using a couple different songs for our introduction to the podcast and our different videos. Well, we would like to give you guys a chance to create a theme song for us. The winner's theme song will be featured on a regular basis on one of our shows. We haven't decided exactly which one yet.
The podcast.
Yeah. Okay, fine. You're saying the podcast.
Yeah, because we need just one consistent song. That's good enough.
Because a certain editor of ours is kind of a flake with songs. Because
it's not it at all, and there could be no podcast.
I will turn this van around.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
But anyway, that's still going on. One submission, or maybe two. I don't know.
No, one submission only.
Okay, one submission only.
Wow.
Fine.
Okay.
First place winner gets a bunch of bits. That's the currency of the webpage for the people who aren't a part of it. Yeah, so first place gets full use on our podcast, and second place gets outro song, I believe. I'm not looking at the page, so.
Yes, outro, and then third place will get a kind of like an honorable mention, and we'll throw it in one episode or a certain video as the intro.
So what does first place full use entail then, for people who don't know?
Full use is just
gonna intro track for the podcast. It's gonna be we might throw something else occasionally in there if it fits the episode for whatever reason.
Yeah, so but that's gonna be our default theme song.
Okay.
Unless we get a request from somebody, which we are still open to those requests from fans for intro or outro songs. I mean, pretty much anything but Justin Bieber and Nickelback, and we'll use it. So.
Well.
Even if it's Southern rock.
Nothing wrong with Southern rock, okay?
All right. First use will get 4,184 bits and permanent use on our podcast. Bless you.
4,184. Wow.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Second place will be getting 2,184 bits and an outro song. So that'll be our permanent outro.
So who had 6,000 and 6,300?
Oh, just wait. Third place will get 1,184 bits and some usage on the podcast. So
why 184? Did this just all even out to something?
Yeah, it evened out to I wanted it to even out to 7,552.
Okay.
Okay.
So
okay then.
Yeah, because I have, as of right now, 8,552 bits on the site, and I just wanted it to even out.
Okay.
So we have that, and last thing we want to talk about the actual podcast before we go into all of our discussions is one place you could possibly see those new theme songs is our new interview series, which is again, it's called the Hertz Finest. That is going to be my interview series where I interview the best and brightest in the Brony community and even the cast and crew. And so our first episode is going to be featuring the My Little Pony physics guys. Some know him as Beetle Dude, some know him as Stephen Magnet. His real name is Stephen Thomas. You probably know him as the MLP physics guy. So be sure to look for that. Should be up within the next week or so. And we're also going to be, doing, and this will be someone else's job, every week. It'll be a different person's job, but just a podcast weekly update, which will just be a quick minute and a half video saying what we're working on, what's coming up, and what to expect from the next episode. So that'll be someone's job every week to do that.
Right.
Okay.
And I was also thinking about doing a Let's Watch series. What do you guys think about that? Where we just plop down in front of an episode and just give our commentary and thoughts as it plays.
That sounds
I think
interesting.
that would be fun.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
That sounds good.
That's the news for this episode. So with that, we're going to move on to episode review with Grim Garlic. And Grim, what are we talking about today?
Today is Applebuck season, so that would be episode 4 on the first season, who was written by Amy Keating Rogers, and the storyboarding was by Sharon Johnson and Mike West. The original date was November 5th, 2010.
Right after my birthday.
Congratulations.
Most fun fact.
Yay.
Yay.
All
I
right.
wasn't a brony then.
Oh, well then, not congratulations. Screw you.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, I'm going to kind of breeze through the review so we can get to our comments on here because I think
Alright.
there might be quite a bit. But Applebuck season was, well, when Applebuck season started in Equestria. And Big Mac had a problem with his back. They didn't really say what was wrong with his back other than it was out. So Applejack had to take care of all of Applebuck season by herself by choice because she was too hard-headed to let anybody else help.
Right.
So other people try asking her for favors and stuff, but she's so tired at the end of it that she couldn't do anything, and she, in the end, well, has people help. So.
Yeah.
All right.
So she does learn a lesson.
She does.
Oh.
Not to be stubborn, a mule, because she's a horse.
None taken.
Yeah, they have the none taken mule.
Yep.
Like literally, like that pony can be as stubborn as
That pony is stubborn as a mule. No offense.
None taken.
That's the same donkey from every single episode where they say something as stubborn as a mule.
Yep.
That's only happened
like-
in 2 episodes.
I know, but I feel bad for that guy.
Yeah, no one. It just seems like everyone. That poor mule. No one knows he's there.
At least he doesn't take offense.
That's true. He's very placid. Maybe he'll end up like going on a shooting spree after a while. He can't take it anymore. But for now, he's very placid.
Now who's stubborn as a mule?
Okay, well, that leads into my next thing. What is your favorite scenes then, guys?
Well, now.
Oh, for sure. When Applejack is damn it.
That's right.
I love that part.
Is snoring. When she is snoring.
Applejack! Applejack!
It's also
No.
really creepy that you think that's the best part. Just, all right. I'm watching Applejack sleep.
That's terrible.
My favorite part is just
Okay.
No, I'm gonna finish it.
Oh,
my favorite part, guys.
All right.
My favorite part has to be the intro because I think that's the most words Big Mac says in the entire show.
So far.
Besides
this point,
Ponyville
yeah.
Special.
Right, up to that point.
Yeah.
Up to that
Yeah.
point.
And
Are
there's
you
that one
saying my mouth
Valentine's
can't
Day
make
thing,
promises?
Don't use your fancy mathematics on me.
Don't use your fancy mathematics to muddle the issue.
Yeah.
too. That one was my favorite.
One pony plus hundreds of apple trees just don't add up.
One pony, hundreds of apple trees, just doesn't add up.
You know what? I want Big Mac ship with Donut Joe.
Oh.
It probably has happened.
I was hoping that would be brought up again.
And then we could have a bunch of puns. About
Way to derail my subject.
Calm
Thank you.
down.
Let's get back to the subject at hand.
Yeah, let's lay off the caffeine. Okay. Okay, so that's favorite parts. Actually, there's an interesting fact. Actually, it was going to call Apple Butt season because she was initially supposed to be headbutting the trees, and that's why she was acting so loopy during the episode. But they figured it wasn't.
What?
They figured it wasn't too,
it was too.
nice to give her brain damage, So
Yeah, this
changed
horse
it to
about
Applebuck.
or this show about talking horses needs more realism.
Yeah. Hey, they had to draw the line somewhere, right?
I guess so. Oh, is that horse flying? Sweet.
Yeah. Oh, and then the
Yes.
yes, I agree. I thought I lost where I was going with that. 'Cause it's
You kind of derped.
Yep, I kind of derped.
I like
I was gonna go into the whole the big bads.
Oh no, what happened? It was a mishap with some of the baked goods.
Best scenes in the fact that you get Applejack, who's acting totally insane for herself, but Pinkie Pie is just there thinking she's acting normal because she's just as freaking crazy normally.
Yeah.
I think that was probably the best part for that so far.
And I love at the end how Spike is holding all the baked bads and he's just eating them.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Like a
They're
fat little
good.
bit.
Oh, speaking of the baked bad scene, this is also technically the first speaking scene of
yeah.
Derpy. muffin
Fetish.
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 It's a fetish.
I'd call it mania.
Yeah,
But
her
It's
muffin
just an
mania sets
obsession.
in. Yeah. Says muffins once, is now recognized as crazy muffin fiend.
Muffins.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the best.
Like I didn't hear it at first when
Yeah,
I
I've heard
first when I first watched the episode. I was like, why is everybody saying that she loves muffins? I didn't hear that at all. And then I had to watch it, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you really have to listen. The
Yeah.
first time I heard it was when I saw an isolated video of it.
Oh,
and it
yeah,
was
that's-
posted on
that's
Derpy,
when
and
I
that's when I heard it. Yeah.
Okay,
You-
I think I kind of like how the ending starts with like the whole like stampede thing, just to repeat the story itself.
Oh,
I know this is
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
it's just I'm trying to like not derail this thing because
Oh, the bunny
But-
stampede.
yeah, the bunny stampede that was amazing because you had like those floors just faint in the middle of the street from bunnies.
Yeah,
It's
gross.
like what?
because
Yeah.
it's scary. Have you ever seen a bunny stampede in real life? That is intense.
Well, I guess some people were trying to say that was supposed to be an allusion to the Lion King, with like the stampede of like water buffalo,
Wildebeest.
like or the wildebeest. Yeah,
Wildebeest. That seems like kind of a stretch.
yeah. I know. I don't
I don't know. I could see similarities between it, but then again, I really like The Lion King.
Yeah, I didn't. I like The Lion King, but I haven't
And-
seen it in a while, and I didn't think of that at all.
And a stampede is a stampede. I mean,
Yeah,
Exactly.
in any movie or anything, if there's a stampede in it, you could say, oh yeah, I guess it's like that. It's like, no, it's kind of just another stampede show.
Well,
I will admit that every stampede I see, I do think of The Lion King, whether or not it's similar.
Well, yeah, that's because The Lion King has had such a big impact on our generation. So,
well, I say that mostly because what was it? The video I saw was supposedly like My Little Pony references, like all different references throughout the first season.
Oh right.
And they were pointing to the fact that like how the pony falls over and then you have all the bunnies running around them, like with Mufasa. So
with the same kind of camera angle there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that maybe.
I like in this episode where Twilight is trying to give the speech and everybody keeps interrupting her, mentioning how great of a friend Applejack is. Like she's so awesome that she can help me out, and I'll do all this stuff. And this is where we get the reference where Applejack is one of the best bakers around.
Yeah.
Which I guess I didn't really understand. I thought that was like the Cakes' job.
Well, it's the Cakes make desserts, and Applejack makes like main courses and stuff. Mostly, that's what I got out of it.
No, because in the first episode, then you got apple tarts, apple triage, caramel apple,
fritters, apple pies, caramel apples,
like,
candy apples.
That's true.
I kind of think that she's like restricted to apples, where the bakers can
use
make cakes
anything.
and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
That's what I was. Yeah, I was.
What a depressing way to
Cutie
live.
mark is apples. That's all she can do.
Exactly.
We didn't name you Apple Bloom so you could become president.
Right.
Little reference there, but anyway, yeah, I guess that maybe I figured that if you just restrict like one job to each group of ponies, that would get really stressed. So I guess they can both be really good bakers.
Yeah.
It's just that the cakes are better at various sweets, whereas the apples are better at apples.
Okay. That makes sense, I guess.
Just like you don't see him making the apple cider over at the cakes place because
cider.
Cider.
That was a good episode.
That was a good episode.
I can't wait till we reach it.
So we can.
Yeah, we'll talk about it
That's gonna
later.
take a while, but all right.
So that brings up the episode review, and ending on that note, we'll move over to character of the cast with Doom. And Doom, who are we talking about today?
Applejack, remember? The loyalest of friends and the most dependable of ponies?
Applejack.
Introduction. Hey, did we do that on purpose? Talk about Applejack on Applebuck season? It's like her first episode.
I don't believe so. No, I think it was a coincidence. Anyway, Applejack was born and raised on the farm Sweet Apple Acres with her brother Big Macintosh, her little sister Apple Bloom, her grandmother Granny Smith, and her faithful dog Winona, as well as visited by other family members. She also has an aunt and uncle, the Oranges, who live in Manhattan, being all high class and whatnot. Her element of harmony is honesty, and though she won't outright lie, we've seen in the last roundup that she will skirt the truth if she feels that other ponies are better off not knowing it. Her cutie mark is 3 apples, her coat is orange, her mane is yellow, her eyes are green, And she's the only main pony that constantly wears accessories of any kind. Her trademark cowboy hat and her hair tied to keep her mane in a ponytail.
Yep.
She's voiced by Ashley Ball, who also voices Rainbow Dash, making Fall Weather Friends 22 minutes of Ashley Ball talking to herself. Now for some Apple facts. Applejack is one of the two main characters lifted directly from the 80s toy and show line. More trivia. Guess which the other is.
I don't know. Let me check out the wiki.
Don't check out the wiki.
I won't answer
the
because I
wiki.
already know.
Yeah, Kiki already knows, but
Is it Pinkie Pie?
nah.
No.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Hold on.
Should we just since Kiki already knows, should I just reveal it this time, or do you want to leave it?
Yeah,
open?
I think you're good just revealing it now.
Hold on.
All
Let me
right.
try and think and see if I can guess it quick.
Okay.
Because there was a Rainbow Dash in the previous season, but it wasn't.
That was
it's not-
G2.
Yeah, that was like G3 or whatever.
I'm talking the original G1 80s.
Oh,
Yeah.
Spike.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
It was
right.
Spike.
I
Not
remember
a
that.
pony though.
I would have never.
I
guessed.
didn't say pony. I said two main characters.
Oh.
I remember,
Tricky Doom.
I remember
Mhm.
Spike
Cotton.
has always been a baby dragon.
Yep.
I remember Cotton convincing me to watch the first episode of the first generation, and she's like, "Just wait till you get to Spike. It'll be funny as hell." And it was.
I bet. But anyway, next Apple fact. While her G4 color scheme is the same as her G1 color scheme, her G3 color scheme featured a leaf green mane and tail and a red coat, the colors of an apple. I thought that was interesting.
That's just. I don't know. I don't think that would have fit.
Yeah,
You
she's
know what
not
I
a
mean? It's
punk
weird
rocker.
looking. It makes it look
The
evil.
colors clash in an odd way.
Yeah, it makes her look evil. I always thought when I first saw it, I thought she looked like a demon of some sort, which would be interesting, an interesting plot twist. But anyway, though she's hardly ever seen without a hat in the show, in the toy line she almost never has a hat and has yet to have a standard brown cowboy hat.
Which is upsetting.
Yeah, she only has like stylish pink hats and stuff because girls' toys.
Oh yeah. Well, she's stylish too.
She's very stylish, I think. Ashley Ball at BronyCon 2012 said that she didn't really do Southern accents and that she was going for sort of a cross between Miley Cyrus and Dolly Parton,
Oh my.
which is interesting.
I mean,
And I
hey,
guess-
it
Hey,
works.
Yeah, that's.
I guess Miley Cyrus now has contributed to society. Damn it.
Oh, that.
I still think that Ashley Ball would have hit it without Miley Cyrus having existed, so we don't.
Yeah,
have
I
Yeah.
think so too.
Same with Bieber.
I'm pretty sure she would have found someone else to
it could have just been
replicate, go
Dolly
off.
Parton and Elvis. Hell, go with that.
Dolly Parton and Elvis. Yeah.
Dolly Parton, Johnny Cash.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right. Now on to, since I listed all my Apple facts already, now on to discussion points. Just little things that I would like to discuss with you guys. See what you guys think. It's pointed out on the wiki that both Applejack and Appletini, the name given to Tiny Applejack by Spike in Bridal Gossip, are names of alcoholic beverages, and Applejack being a strong alcoholic beverage produced from apples, popular in the American colonial period, and thought to have originated from French apple brandy calvados, which is not, that's a Spanish pronunciation. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, while Appletini was only a one-time reference, much like the punch has been spiked in Owl's Well, Applejack was part of the original 80s line. The question is, do you think the original creators had the alcoholic drink in mind when they named her? Keep in mind that the Kellogg's cereal Applejack started in the 70s, and as such could be the inspiration of her name instead. So, what do you think? Do you think they knew about it?
I'm
sure they knew
cereal.
about it.
Yeah, it's like I'm sure they knew about it, but they weren't really, trying to say that
It
her
wasn't-
name was
Was
the alcoholic drink.
Yeah, I
However-
was,
That would have brought up lawsuits and
Because her name is the actual alcoholic drink, she's the only pony my boyfriend actually likes.
I personally, maybe it's just because I'm not interested in like alcoholic, like culture of alcohol or drinks, but I had never heard of it before the wiki pointed it out. I didn't know.
I had never heard of it either. I've heard of an Appletini, but not
Yeah,
Applejack
yeah.
or an Apple.
It was actually my boyfriend that told me that Applejack's name was from a liquor.
It doesn't have rum in it. I don't care.
No, it does.
I don't care.
I just no rum. Who cares?
What are you doing? You burned all the food, the shade, the rum.
Yes, the rum is gone.
Why is the rum gone?
That'd be funny if we had like a pony come up later that was like like something vodka or something.
So what you're saying, Barry
Martini
Punch?
shake?
What you're saying is Barry Punch likes Applejack a lot.
Yeah, Barry loves Applejack. After a hard day of other
After-
drinking.
Yeah.
She has
She
a
likes
bit.
a good
After a
drink.
hard day of getting her house pulled around.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was unfortunate for her.
I never got the reference why Berry Punch was called an alcoholic.
Just because like wine and how her cutie mark is berries. I don't know. It was the closest thing people could think of.
It's like it's grapes is her.
Oh, is it
Oh.
grapes? Yeah, it's grapes. So what would her special talent? I guess could be like the grapes from Appaloosa.
Yep,
But-
exactly.
Yeah, fermenting them and making them into wine.
Into wine. Yeah. So that's probably why. And we're assuming that since she loves her work so much, she taste tests all the wines, but she doesn't spit it back out, and so she's always drunk. And
She's like that hedonism bot from Futurama.
yeah, bring me more grapes. Oh yeah, hedonism bot. Anyway.
Where's the chocolate icing?
And that's the second Futurama reference we've made.
I find that offensive.
That's number 3.
Oh.
That you can't make the same reference again.
Yeah, that's cheating.
That's not fair. Now, if we were to say something like, I don't want to live on this planet anymore, that would be free.
To the
But since we didn't, it's not. Anyway.
Yeah.
If we have nothing else to say about that, on to our next discussion point. Do we have anything else to say about that?
No.
Nope.
Good.
Fine.
We've
Yeah.
no tears, only dreams now. We've seen a large portion of Applejack's family. Even if we disregard the first episode, we still have her siblings, her grandmother, her aunts and Uncle Orange, and her uncle Apple Strudel.
Yes.
No other pony's family has gotten that kind of exposure, though we still have heard nothing of Applejack's parents.
They're dead.
So, would you rather see more of her family, including her parents, or more of the other ponies' families in future episodes?
I'd like to see more of the other ponies.
I want to see Rainbow Dash's family.
Me
yes,
too.
I was
Yes.
because that's the
And
only
Fluttershy.
You know,
Definitely Fluttershy.
like I
Yeah.
think
Oh yeah.
thing about Fluttershy or Rainbow Dash's family because we know about Pinkie Pie's parents and siblings.
Yeah.
We obviously know about
Last
Twilight's
place
because
you're not
when
supposed to?
we've met Rarity's parents and her little sister, and of course the Apple family. So yeah, so the two Pegasuses are the only ones.
I want to say that Rainbow Dash, she's probably a runaway.
I don't know.
Well, I don't think so.
Sorry,
You
That's
did not do that.
about Jovi.
Like when
Okay.
she goes back for that competition and they're like, oh, it had too many rules for you. It kind of seems like she dropped out.
And
Yeah.
and like ran away. Like I mean, just her personality. You could say that she seems like a runaway.
I could see her parents being like kind of irregular or uptight and like her running away, but I could also see her parents being like supporting her in that, like being like, yeah, forget the system, sort of like that. I can see both of
Right.
those things. So
Fuck
I would like
the
to know
Either like they're extreme hippies that don't follow any type of government, or they're really uptight and do exactly the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I could see. Everything. Yeah, so I would be interested, but I also am a little bit interested in seeing Applejack's actual parents and why they don't live with her anymore.
Yeah.
Because her
Because they're
grandma's
dead.
still. So did they run away or did they die? Or
Both.
maybe they've just been hiding the whole time.
It was a
They-
really bad apple
They
pressing.
ran away and then they died.
They ran away, ran directly into a tree, and both died. Yeah, maybe they were all asleep, or maybe they were both asleep through every instance where we see Applejack's family,
Well, see, I mean, we even
They're in a
got like,
coma.
or in a coma. Yeah.
like we even got Applejack's great grandparents, and we
Did we?
still because in the episode
Oh
where
yeah,
where they talk the
Zap apples in the
Yeah,
and
Zap-
a family appreciation day.
That's it.
Family Appreciation Day. We got Granny Smith's parents even. But
Right.
we still have no.
Yeah. No
so-
parents of.
Oh yeah, we have no parents of Applejack, Big Mac, and Apple Bloom.
So I guess the question is, which would you rather see more, her parents or Rainbow Dash's or Fluttershy's family?
I really want to know what happened to her parents, but I'd like to see Fluttershy's parents for sure.
Kind of like
Yeah.
poor little Scootaloo needs
Yeah.
an episode
Yes.
one day.
Does. I
I'm
really like
thinking-
I really like all the fanon though, where she's like an orphan and then Rainbow Dash like adopts her.
Yeah,
That's
see,
what, I
like
thought
that's
it was
what
really endearing.
that's what I would like to see canonized, but I highly doubt that's gonna happen.
Yeah, they wouldn't put. I don't. Oh, they might. They might. I don't know. That's kind of a
Won't
stretch.
know until it happens.
Yeah, hopefully in season 3.
Season 3, I'm crossing our fingers.
Yep. Yeah. So
Season
On to the
3
next-
is where it all changes.
everything changes. Yeah. On to the next discussion point. I just didn't adjust my anyway. I mentioned earlier how she sidestepped the truth or used technicalities in the last roundup instead of lying. For me, this sort of broke down her image as an entirely honest pony and was probably the driving force when I suspected her as the culprit in Mystery on the Friendship Express. Did anyone else find their perception of her changed after that at all, or did you just write it off as an expectable exception in a fallible pony's demeanor? If it did change her perception, would you say it was negative or that it added necessary depth to her character?
Them were too many words for one pony to think of right now.
I think added depth to her character.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would have to agree with Kiki and the fact that even though this is, a show geared towards little kids, when you get these characters into these, basically predictable answers and predictable reactions,
right,
it definitely becomes boring. So I think that it's good that, she is honest. That is, obviously her element of harmony, but at the same time, even honest people lie.
Yeah. And
then
there's charity.
Well,
it's not like you're playing a paladin and...
Yes, I have a perfect quote for this.
Me, I'm dishonest. And a dishonest man you can always trust to be dishonest. Honestly. It's the honest ones you want to watch out for. Because you can never predict when they're going to do something incredibly stupid.
Adds depth to her character, especially because it shows kids that even though these are their elements, not everyone is perfect. You can't be perfect.
Exactly.
Mistakes happen, and you can make them better.
Shit happens.
That's a perfect segue to what I was going to say, actually. Yes.
You scared them off.
I just want to point out that in Party of One, when they're going to throw the surprise party for Pinkie Pie, Applejack has the most reliable excuse. I have to buck the apples. Literally, that's her job. So if she doesn't have time to go to a party because of her job, it makes sense. But she still has, trouble saying it because she knows it's not true.
So I guess I was wrong then, because she did directly lie there.
Yeah, she did. Well, I mean, she kind of lied. I mean, it's one of those half lies where
the white lie.
she definitely does have to buck the apples, but she doesn't have to do it right then and there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like a half truth, half lie.
I don't know.
Granny Smith can go any minute, so
that's true. Be by her side because they couldn't. Yeah. But I don't know. It's kind of like, because she was telling Pinkie Pie that she could not attend a party because she had to buck the apples, and that wasn't true. That was a lie.
Yeah, I suppose. And she did say something like they're doing construction in the place too. So
yeah, I guess I was kind of wrong there, that she lied once.
But I mean, that's
this
a
was
little
before this season. This was even after this episode.
Yeah, that was after this episode, but
we're going in a kind of super sentient kind of thing here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we are
talking about if she's lying or telling the truth. Just reminds me of the whole, the old circular logic. This statement is false.
Oh yeah.
That would be a paradox, not circular logic.
Paradox. There you go.
Beep boop boop kablooey, because robots can handle that.
So we know she's not a robot, but I think that's the best phrase to describe Applejack.
No, Sweetie Belle's a robot.
Yeah.
No, Sweetie Belle's a dictionary.
Sweetie Bot.
Sweetie Bot is a dictionary.
Sweetie Bot is an electronic dictionary.
Yes.
She
is dictionary.com.
She's a Kindle?
No, she's an electronic dictionary. I have a pocket dictionary that is electronic. It doesn't have to be a specific brand. It's just a pocket dictionary.
Oh my.
Yeah. Gosh.
Bam.
Look at you.
I'm Mr. Big. Can't stop me.
All right, let's get back to the podcast at hand. So, what's your next point here, Graham? Are you out of points?
He has none.
Grim? What?
Is Grim doing it now?
Yeah. What? Are we getting Grim and Doom messed up too now? Just like the last podcast, you can't figure out your own damn name.
On to the news with a Canadian.
Yeah.
I'm a Canadian.
All right, Doom. Any points after her honesty thing?
No, that was it.
Okay.
That was all the points.
We can mention her work ethic, but I mean that's kind of
that's
kind of mentioned in
not a whole lot to talk about.
Our episode review.
Yeah.
I mean, just she goes crazy with I need to buck all these apples.
That's her major.
I guess something we could mention is that she is very competitive too.
Yeah.
And that shown in a variety of episodes, like the last roundup.
Fall Feather Friends.
Or the race with Rainbow Dash.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, it was Fall Weather Friends.
Even against Trixie and whatever the name of that episode is.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Ghostbusters. You know, she's even willing to take on a unicorn to prove that she is better, and ends up losing. Yeah.
I don't think she should have lost though. I mean, that's a unicorn versus an earth pony. That's two different skill sets.
But anyway, yeah, that's all I had.
All right.
Screw you guys.
All right. Good discussion, guys. So we'll wrap up the episode review and move on to song session with Cotton Kiki. Kiki,
Alrighty.
because you always keep the songs a secret until the section comes up, what are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about winter wrap-up.
3 months of winter coolness and awesome holidays.
We've kept our hoofsies warm at home, time off from work to play.
But the food we've stored is running out, and we can't grow in this cold. And even though I love my boots, this fashion's getting old.
The time has come to welcome spring and all things warm and green, but it's also time to say goodbye. It's winter, we must clean. How can I help? I'm new, you see. What does every pony do? How do I fit in without magic? I haven't got a clue. Winter
Ooh, yay.
Yay! Winter Wrap-Up was in the 11th episode of Season 1, which was also called Winter Wrap-Up.
Really?
You don't say.
I do say.
Name dropping.
Winter Wrap-Up was, of course, done by Daniel Ingram, who does all the songs, because he's awesome.
I love that guy.
All the main songs, yeah.
Yes, all the main songs. He's very good. It's sung by all the ponies in Ponyville. It's the first song that we have that includes everyone.
Every pony.
You know, you can say anybody instead of any pony. Frankly, I don't see what the point of that is. I would have known what you had meant if you had said anybody. Seems to me like that's the kind of thing that everybody's doing just because everybody else is doing it. So.
Yes, every pony. But I'm pretty sure they know, you know.
I don't know.
Anyways, it was also, at the time, the longest song that we had, clocking in at 3 minutes and 18 seconds. And like I said, it has all the ponies in it. Rainbow Dash, Pinkie Pie, Applejack, Rarity, Twilight Sparkle. Everyone's there.
And a bunch
It's really great. We have beautiful harmony throughout the song. And
BPM?
I actually did not find the BPM of this song.
Aww.
You failed us.
I did fail you. Oh, here we go. But
No,
the
I found it.
instrumental versions of this song, there's one that plays during Twilight's organized wrap-up in the same episode. And then they also use an instrumental version of Winter Wrap-Up in the character profile compilation on the DVD that you could get with many of the toys, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Applebuck season.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And how funny is that it's the DVD of Applebuck season, which we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Yay.
Everything links together this episode.
Yeah.
We are God.
Also,
Hey,
the
now.
song Winter Wrap-Up is used in a horrible, horrible production called Treehouse Live, My Little Pony. It is a live version of My Little Pony.
What?
I've never seen that.
I remember seeing that. That was ridiculous.
Well, you know, go to YouTube, anywhere, look up Treehouse Live, My Little Pony.
Is it kind of like Treehouse of Horrors?
Kind of scary. And by kind of, I mean a lot.
My Little Palsy.
But yeah, Winter Wrap-Up was their first song that included everyone. It got very, very popular, very, very fast. There's been tons of remixes, tons of covers.
I have it on my iPhone.
This is the one song you just cannot get away from. Everybody loves it. Everybody sings it. Everybody knows it.
Mm-hmm. And as soon as winter starts the end in real life,
and everybody
you're immediately humming it, singing it, or listening to it.
Yeah.
King
Well,
lyrics in the snow.
But see
yeah.
now, I want.
One notable remix quick would be Pinkie Pie Swear's remix.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So we
Right.
talked about last episode. So be sure to check out that one for sure. But yeah, there's a bunch of pretty good remixes for this song.
I want a winter startup because I love winter.
I don't like winter.
I think one of my favorite versions is I love the winter wrap up 8-Bit by Rainbow Crash. 88.
Oh yeah, that one was good.
I like 8-bit songs in general, but that one was
yeah.
really well. There's some of them that are really bad, but this one was really good.
I like some 8-bit songs, but others not so much. That one I really like. That one helped me to learn the lyrics because then I would have to sing them myself without having to rely on the actual song having the lyrics in them. That's how I trained myself to learn the lyrics of that song.
I think this this song showed us just how great and how much detail and time that the creators and the Daniel Ingram puts into his songs and everything. I mean, it was really up there. I mean, all the other songs of before were good, but this one just really showed what we were getting into.
Mm-hmm.
Well, even with like the animation style and stuff, I think I've said this before, but their animation style is fantastic because they use Adobe Flash, which is, I guess, it has one of the best smoothing techniques in programs today, but people just lump it in with just the Adobe suite, and they go, okay, well, it's just a little Flash program that they threw in with everything else that they want to do, like Dreamweaver and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So people don't understand the power of it until they see something good like this.
Right.
So.
Okay, cool.
I would also go as far as this is the best song that they have produced after Smile, Smile, Smile.
Right.
I don't think we saw this level of song quality in like terms of the production, the actual lyrics, everything until Smile, Smile, Smile came out. And then obviously all the music from the season finale just blew everything out of the water.
Also, for anybody wondering all the different languages you can find Winter Wrap Up.
Oh, yeah.
You can find it in Czech, Danish, Dutch, French, German, Hungarian, Italian, Norwegian, Polish, Portuguese, Romanian, Russian, Spanish.
Holy Christ.
Spanish, Latin American, and Spanish, Spain, and Swedish.
Nein, sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive. That's a lot of languages, yo.
I would like to point out that the Russian Rainbow Dash is cute. Her voice is really cute.
I would like to point out that the Swedish Spitfire is a dude.
Yes, he is. And it's creepy.
I didn't think it was that bad.
That wasn't Swedish Spitfire. That was Polish Spitfire.
Oh, is it Polish?
Yeah. Swedish Spitfire sounds amazing.
Okay, well then Polish Spitfire is a dude.
Anything else anybody want to say about Winter Wrap Up?
It's a great song. Go listen to it.
Yeah.
Listen to it right now, even though you've already heard it.
All right. Well,
sure.
Let's wrap up this section and move on to, as always, my favorite section, being led by a Canadian from the fandom.
Are you sure it's a Canadian or is it?
Sure it's not
Flameburst
or Graham?
I think I might be a Canadian.
Okay.
I think
I'm a Canadian and I like to party.
Yeah.
I like to party.
I'm Flameburst and I like to party.
No, I like to party.
We all like to party.
You have to find something else you like.
I like to battle to the death.
Okay.
And that's
I like to eat.
You just ruined my segue.
Don't care.
Derailing.
All right, moving on. Once again, my favorite section from the fandom being led by a Canadian. So, Canadian, what are we talking about from the fandom today?
It's time for a death battle.
Television has been used to market toys to boys and girls.
So, I'm sure you've all heard, but there's a death battle featuring Rainbow Dash and Starscream.
Mm-hmm.
And Rainbow Dash, spoiler alert, kicks ass. So,
yep, fittingly.
I emailed the guy and I asked him if we were going to get any more ponies into it, but there was no answer. But
I bring it up.
I want to say, my question for you guys is, if another pony got into a death battle, who would you want to see?
Doctor Who's.
Wait, with any
I
other
don't-
fictional character?
Yeah, like
Yep.
who would you want to see in the battle? Like,
I would want to see
And-
Celestia versus Gandalf.
ooh,
I think if because kind of the theme for the battle was like Hasbro toys, because both MLP and Transformers are owned by Hasbro, and both are like TV shows. So I'd say take a villain from the G4 series. So I like to see either like Queen Chrysalis or Discord versus like Optimus Prime or I don't know any of the other like G1.
Does Chrysalis get to
Autobots.
use her army of changelings?
That's something you could figure in depending on who you pick.
Because what they do is they go over like armaments and shit, and
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
yeah. So like Rainbow Dash, they actually referenced the My Little Pony physics guy in there.
Yeah, he was part of their research.
Yeah, he was all their research. They're like, and the Sonic Rain Boom, which doubles or quadruples her speed
Doubles her speed.
Okay, it doubles her speed instantaneously, and we know this thanks to this guy. And they just showed a clip of him talking in his
No, they show a picture of him with all the prizes he got from Hasbro after the video got famous.
Right.
Yeah.
You might recognize it as the picture where he's got all the different prizes. It says, "Why can't I hold all these ponies?"
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, here's the background they give on her. They say that she's about 4 feet tall, flight school dropout, weather manager, winner of the Best Young Flyers competition, unnatural durability, and black belt in karate.
Yeah, and how does a pony get a black belt in karate? We have no idea.
She wears a belt and does karate.
And so we got her armaments. Like, she doesn't really have any armaments, but obviously she can like hit it, with like a genuine bucking type thing. And then they say the Buccaneer Blaze, which is so amazing they can't show it on screen, but it somehow creates an explosion. And the weather manipulative aspect of it, that's also one of her main attacks. Is she basically just brings out a weather cloud and starts hitting it, causing shocks and whatever. And then she also has the controlling a tornado, so that is another one of her moves.
Also, for everyone who hasn't seen the video, we strongly urge you to go check it out. And
post it in the link dump.
As with any good Brony video, Derpy is hiding in it somewhere.
Yes.
Good luck finding her. Okay, perfect. Look at that. Great minds think alike.
So speaking of video games, we have the Two Best Sisters Play series, which they only have 2 episodes out right now, which is the Assassin's Creed. That was the first one. They played Assassin's Creed Revelations?
No, Brotherhood.
Brotherhood, that's right. And then Portal 2, which I gotta say, Assassin's Creed was hilarious. But I mean, it's basically taking the audio from the Two Best Friends Play series and putting it into like ponified versions of themselves. And I think if those two were actually like playing those video games, they would totally sound like that. Like where you have
you use the parachute. You like jump straight off,
and then you press X.
You jump straight off, and then you hit X, and then right when you're starting to kind of lose some momentum, you hit B really hard in order to like just gun it, and so you get more distance.
Okay, all right.
Got it?
Okay.
Kind of play on like the Trollestia. Like the troll trope.
And then they bring in bananas from the Friendship is Magic bitch.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite line in the Assassin's Creed one is
it means that no one can see me with our eyeballs.
Yeah.
So now that brings up the question, which Two Best Friends episode would you like to see ponified next? I know I would like to see Skyrim.
Right.
Go.
Skyrim would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I would like to. There are two I have in mind for different reasons. I would like to see Heavy Rain done because that was my personal favorite because the dialogue was so funny.
Oh man, I love orange juice! Just go get some OJ! Not the purple stuff!
Oh god, I'm gonna eat all this birthday cake.
But I would also like to see Dead Rising 2 because that one
would
had them actually interacting with each other, and like I could imagine them doing a lot with the animation in that one.
Yeah.
Because Heavy Rain, though it was funny, didn't have a lot of them conversing with each other, more like just making fun of the game.
Yeah.
Well, that's what a lot of the Two Best Friends things do.
Yeah, that's why
they just make fun of the game. Like I watched the Spider-Man one, and they're just like making fun of it and
Yeah.
saying he only has 2 punch animations.
What
Game.
I mean is that like the Assassin's Creed one I thought wasn't as good as the Portal 2 one because the Portal 2 one featured more of them talking to each other and animatable, dialogue, like smooth jazz.
Oh shit!
Okay,
it's so smooth. I can't.
All right, so we
right out of this
Googled smooth, or we YouTube smooth jazz, right?
Yeah.
And clicked on the very first video. The top comment on that video was, "Oh my god, it's so smooth, I can't take it." So I think that goes to show like how big of an effect this Two Best Friends play series has had on YouTube now.
Yeah.
Because that just doesn't happen.
Okay. I did figure out the name of that one that I was trying to remember for a while. It was called The Rise of Nightmares that they were doing for the episode.
Oh, yeah.
That connects like a survival horror kind of deal.
Right,
and going with what you were saying, Doom, I was actually thinking that would be really good for animating because you could see them like jumping around going, I can't move my freaking arm.
This dude's tough as shit. You gotta get him, Rocky. You gotta give him that left, then the right.
I'm trying, Mick. I'm trying.
Ah!
So I have a question about the animation. How long does it like? Because I know Graham, you do a little animation.
Yeah.
How long would it like take to animate that? Like just to like get people to it.
They have a lot of like symbols and stuff that they use. Like I know, creating just even the voice masking and the like moving the mouth to the words, sometimes can either take about a week or 3 minutes, depending on how well they drew out the mouths.
Yeah, because I just want to like give a new appreciation from the fans to like say, oh hey, they actually do put a lot of work. It's not just
keeping with certain styles makes it more difficult than others.
Yeah.
If it's just a circle with a little mouth on it, that's going to take you maybe 30 minutes. But if it's something pretty advanced, it takes much more time.
Okay.
Yeah, and they did a really good job on the mouth animations in that one.
Can I give my input real quick on what I'd like to see?
Yes.
What has ever stopped you before?
Yeah.
All right. Well, no one has ever stopped me before, so
We've tried.
This is what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. All right.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, this mainly because I love watching the Rooster Teeth guys play it and yell at each other. But I'd love to see, first of all, Two Best Friends play Minecraft together. I was
thinking that.
And then just seeing these two and just seeing Luna and Celestia run around in the Minecraft world and just seeing what would happen.
Freak
that
out.
Would be pretty funny.
Creepers.
Yeah, I'd love to watch them freak out at the creepers and the zombies.
So, I'm giving Flameburst crap because he's like, oh, creepers are so scary, and I'm like, dude, no, they're not. And so when I first downloaded the game, I was like, dude, these creepers are helping me mine pretty much because they explode and blow up a bunch of blocks.
Yeah.
As soon as I start going underground and I'm starting to like face dungeons and stuff, these creepers are turning into the most scary things of all time.
They really are.
It's like you turn around.
Your first time in a mine, just when you see one in the distance and you're like, oh crap, he saw me.
Yeah,
that's scary.
That's when I try to build things to block it. So yeah. But anyway.
Like the first time you step into the Nether and you're like,
why is everything shooting fire?
Go into the Nether, they said. It'll be fun, they said. But so, anybody else got any input on the Two Best Sisters play?
It's amazing. Go watch it.
Yes, go watch those and go watch Two Best Friends play because that's where it's all from, and that's amazing.
And tell them we sent you there.
Yes, please. Tell them Grim loves you, and then so does other podcasters.
For sure. Wait, what did you say? I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, it happens.
I just answered for show because I heard podcast, and I don't know. You could have totally made fun of me, and I didn't even notice.
No one told me anything.
No one tells you anything. To my knowledge, I'm the only person who talks to you. You're like the Ralph Wiggum of real life. Turn around for 2 seconds, catch eating glue and crayons.
You know, this is getting a little too personal. When do I get my shotgun? This is getting a little ridiculous now. It's been like 5 minutes.
You'll get your shotgun when episode 3 comes out.
That was my least favorite Star Wars, I'll tell you that much.
What the fuck are you even... Oh, fuck you.
All right. I think we should stop with the quotes and get on with it now.
Quick, before we go on to the fanfic, Will, do we want to throw in Epic Wub Time real quick? Or save that for next episode?
Wub Time. I think... Oh, I don't know. I think we should save it for next time.
All right. So next time we talk about Epic Wub Time. So make sure you tune in for that and check it out in between now and the next podcast, which could be next year.
Yeah.
Wait.
Let's try to not make it next year.
Yeah.
There, I made fun of myself, so we can all drop at how long it takes me to make fun of videos.
No, we can't.
No, that's not how it works.
How about we don't drop it?
No, we don't drop it because we still make fun of me for losing points.
Yeah.
That's true.
Base cannon! Boom! Okay, next time.
All right, so now are we moving on to the fanfics?
Which no one else read, so just have at it.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not gonna go into excruciating details.
Whatever you
I
said.
promise.
but I'm
just gonna give a little synopsis.
Okay. What is
You
the...
said it right.
Did I? Oh, thank you. It's not like what were we trying to figure out in the first part?
Vague.
Vague. See, I'm saying vague.
You're saying vague. It's vague.
It's
Wait,
vague.
we're not even gonna go into this again.
You know what? You're wrong.
Okay, so
Leave it
Equinox.
at that.
That's Equinox is the name of the fanfic. Yeah, it's also the name of the main character. So it's an OC.
Oh, okay.
It's got Luna, Discord, and Celestia in it. So you know, this is actually one of the very first fanfics that I've read where it has Discord in it. But anyway, so Equinox is growing up in a world gone mad. Celestia has lost her immortality, and is basically using all of her magic to stay alive. It starts out where the Canterlot is attacked, and Equinox is there to help out. So without going into so much detail like I usually do, because you know, I talk so much about it.
Yep.
That's pretty much it. I just want to like brief rundown of it. Yeah, I wasn't really prepared to talk about this one because I was actually gonna change it up to talk about the next one, but Flameburst said no. Let's talk about them both.
And there goes that bus again, getting somebody thrown under it.
Yep. We're so good.
I actually did read like the first part and maybe the first chapter.
Yeah.
But with stories like fanfics and stuff, I always find this issue of in the beginning it's all just, oh hey, how are you? Oh, I'm fine. Oh, I was supposed to be hidden from seeing you. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's great. I get you're trying to like make the characters more believable, but there has to be a little more action than just, oh hey, how are you?
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of writers do it. I've done it myself, admittedly.
Oh, hey, Grim, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Do you mean like, are you talking about setting up a scene?
Yeah.
Is that a problem?
I didn't think there's
setting up a scene is a problem
in certain stories.
In certain stories.
So what are you saying about this one though?
So,
that
okay,
it doesn't
like
set up a scene very well, or what?
It brought up something like in the beginning where she's not supposed to see the other one or whatever.
The brother.
Yeah, the brother, and it's like, okay, where's the basis in that? There's something missing here that we're not getting.
Does it explain it later on?
It does.
It does.
Then
okay.
It's necessary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think what you read was the prologue.
I read the prologue, and I read chapter 1 before the dragon shows up or whatever.
Would you say that the prologue was vague?
Yes, it was very vague.
I hate you guys so much. You guys suck. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Okay, bye.
You're already, aren't you?
There you go. Wow, it took you guys long.
Screw you guys. I'm staying home.
Anyway, and now I want to take this this moment to talk about our new series, another new show. It's called My Little Story Time, and it's this guy that I met on Twitter, and he reads fanfics so you don't have to. The first one that he reads is Sunny Skies All Day Long. It's one of his personal favorites, and I just want to point out he sounds a lot like Mr. Creepypasta. So I think that's all we really have to talk about today. Anybody want to put their input in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that was a great discussion, regardless, guys. But yeah,
friendship, no doubt.
Yeah, we'll figure out a way. But yeah, thanks everybody for showing up today. Appreciate it. To all of our followers, again, you can contact us numerous different ways. You can look us up on Twitter and Skype, and our usernames on both of those are BHOB Podcast now. We have changed the name so that they're the same exact name for both our Twitter and our Skype. So if you're going to look for us on Skype, that's capital B, capital H, lowercase o, capital B, and then podcasts. And then same thing at BHOB Podcast at twitter.com. You want to get a hold of us, we're also on iBrony, Facebook, and YouTube at the respective websites / Brotherhood of Bronies. And finally, you can email us with all of your character of the cast suggestions, your from the fandom submissions, and your intro, outro song ideas at brotherhoodofbronies@gmail.com. What else? Real quick. Be sure to check out our other video series, including our story time with VD Nikki, iBrony Insider with A Canadian, The Herd's Finest featuring me, Flameburst, which will be coming at you very shortly, and our new segment that we decided on today, our Let's Watch series or episode commentary, where we just watch the episodes and talk about whatever during them.
Super animations.
Yep. Oh, and then, of course, the animation. So, for the Brotherhood of Bronies podcast, I am Flameburst.
I'm Kiki.
I'm Grim.
I'm Doom.
And I'm the vague Canadian.
And for the Brotherhood of Bronies podcast, this is us signing off. Brohoof.
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 3 months of winter coolness and awesome holidays. We've kept our hoofsies warm at home, time off from work to play. But the food we've stored is running out, and we can't grow in this cold. And even though I love my boots, this fashion's getting old. The time has come to welcome spring and all things warm and green, but it's also time to say goodbye. It's winter, we must clean. How can I help? I'm new, you see. What does every pony do? How do I fit in without magic? I haven't got a clue. Winter wrap up, let's finish our holiday cheer. Winter wrap up, 'cause tomorrow spring is here. 'Cause tomorrow spring is here. Bringing home the southern birds, a Pegasus job begins, and clearing all the gloomy skies. Let the sun shine in, we move the clouds and we melt the white snow. When the sun comes up, its warmth and beauty will glow. Winter wrap up, let's finish our holiday cheer. Winter wrap up, 'cause tomorrow spring is here. Winter wrap up, 'cause tomorrow spring is here. 'Cause tomorrow spring is here. Little critters hibernate under the snow and ice. We wake up all their sleepy heads so quietly and nice. We help them gather up their food, fix their homes below. We welcome back the southern birds so the family